When I go and I look at the debates that are happening in the public sphere, where you have two sides where people are acting so certain of their beliefs on both sides, it sort of surprises me. It feels like it's a little immature, and it's probably these false dichotomies are just too limited for a modern discussion. And so that's why I started Possibilianism, which is essentially just the scientific temperament and how that would approach the bigger questions of life, these things that we can't quite address yet, but we would certainly like to know the answer. What is this all about? What are we doing here? Is there meaning? Is there anything that survives bodily death? Who knows, right? But we might as well entertain the ideas instead of pretending like we know the answer one way or the other. When you spend a life in science, what you discover really is a deep appreciation for how much we don't know. And from that perspective, one appreciates the complexity of the world, and one appreciates that we can form many ideas and we can gather evidence to weigh in on some of them, but we can't always. Sometimes things are beyond the toolbox of science at the moment. And so the scientific temperament is one of, generating multiple hypotheses and being okay with not knowing which one's correct and holding on to several of them. Every step that we make in science allows us to carve that possibility space and understand a little bit better what may or may not be going on. It allows us to rule parts out of the possibility space, and often it opens up new folds in that space and allows us to see things we haven't seen before. So essentially every scientific paper that's come out helps us to understand that space a little bit more.